All right. So what I wanted to demonstrate today is a really important skill around level 3 essay writing, which some of you were neglecting in the homework last week, which is actually taking care to explain and unpack quotations efficiently. I call this zooming in. And essentially what you're doing is you're breaking down complex quotations and discussing how a reader would respond to them. So some key terms before I start writing is zooming in is picking at key words or phrases from within a longer quote. And when I talk about reader response, I'm talking about that skill of essay writing where we are analyzing how a quotation is understood or considered by a reader. So the essay question you guys were writing about is very much a level 2 question. Describe an important scene in the play, explain how this scene demonstrates an important idea. So I didn't get you guys started off right in level 3 levels of work because I wanted to see what you could do and what you couldn't do for that matter. So we always need to answer the question though. An important scene in Othello is when Iago starts to plan his revenge on his general and unsettle his relationship with his wife. This scene is important because it demonstrates the nasty side of human nature, which is interested in greed and self-interest more than sharing a common purpose, such as human decency. At the start of the play, Iago says, I know my place. I know my price. I am worth no worse a place. Iago is saying that he values his own position within Othello's military command. When the reader sees the word price, they think of money and value, and they don't think of a person like Iago considering his friendship with someone else, even in a professional capacity, like Iago and Othello, who were in the same military units. We start to think that Iago is only interested in money. Later on, he also says, no worse a place, which implies to the reader that he is constantly ranking and planning how to improve at the cost of others. So what I've just done, you guys, is I've taken the one quote, and rather than just saying, and this quote says that Iago is jealous, or Iago is greedy, I've actually zoomed in on two key words from within that quote. So I've taken several sentences to explain and unpack. So essentially what I'm doing is I've taken the one quote, but I've actually spent 4 or 5 sentences on the same quotation. Now, within my paragraphs, that's probably okay, but being at level 3, I want to get at least 2 quotes in my paragraphs, just like you guys were doing at level 1 and 2. As Iago's initial speech goes on, he says that he must be led and calmed by debitor and creditor. the reader knows that lead and calmed are sailing terms, and this reminds them of a sailboat which is not going anywhere quickly. As readers, we realize that Iago is concerned that he is going nowhere. However, we also look at the phrase debitor and creditor to understand that Iago means that he is actually in debt and needs more money than he would be given as Othello's ensign. This helps us understand that Iago is greedy and that he is impatient and that his jealousy of Othello's money is actually something that we need to acknowledge in the modern world. That consumerism and greed is still a challenge that can get in the way of common human decency. So that paragraph is just showing how while we're analyzing two quotes, we can actually get a lot more and tease a lot more out of those quotes by zooming in on the key words and explaining them step by step. So I hope you got a lot out of that to see the style and the level of analysis that's needed at level 3. Thanks for watching and good luck with your exams.